everyone. Welcome to my weekly card creation series. It is good to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. This week we are in week 2 of our June series, and I'm featuring the beautiful gallery suite. So please join in the chat and let me know what you've been up to today. Uh, I've got some, I'm casing the catalog today and sharing with you some ways you can alter die cuts and so you can make more use out of them and stretch your supplies. So I hope you enjoy what I'm sharing, and I'd love for you to leave a comment and let me know what you think and whether you love this product. It is a favorite, I know, amongst many. Right now, if you haven't got this suite or any of our other suites, it's a great way to get this product or any items in the suites. We have a suite sale and it goes on till the 30th of June. So any suites in our annual catalog or in our online exclusives, that includes any items that are in our last chance category because they're basically in our online store. You can get buy one, get one 50% off. So suites or any bundles that fall within that, any designer series paper, if you purchase one, you can get 150% off. So that is not limited to one suite. Hi, Anita. Hi, Lucia. Great to see you here. Let me know what you guys have been up to. I have had a fairly full day. We had our Stamping Lounge retreat, and it was very it was fun, it was full, and we had a great time. So that went from 10 to just a little bit after 4, and we created 6 projects there. So it was really good to meet with everyone. And so if my voice is a bit weird too, it's because I probably chatted too much as you do at these things. It was so good. So you did chat and have some laughs, and we did a lot. So, but I thought I'll go on. I'm awake. I'm raised. I'm still standing or sitting, but I'm here, and I'm not doing too badly. Maybe I'm spurred on by the fact that tomorrow is a holiday, so I'm got a little bit of a boost of energy. So hope you guys have had a good weekend. So I'm going to flip the camera and I'm going to show you the card because it has gone live on my blog. So it's for the casing the catalog challenge, and I tried to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here because we are casing the beautiful gallery suite. You had a great retreat yesterday, Lucia. That is awesome. I'm so happy for you. That was a big trip, and I'm surprised. I was so surprised that you were traveling yesterday because I know it's like a big day, and then for you to travel all that way. But sometimes I think you just want to come home and unpack and get back in your own surrounds, I guess, after an event like that. You're getting some rainy one, and it has been freezing. I know, and it's just like, and I'm sure it's more freezing in where you are, but it has been a bit cold, hasn't it? I feel the cold. I mean, even though I prefer winter to summer, I think because I can rug up, I feel the cold. So I'm going to be using these dyes, and I do get a bit, I still haven't mastered my names. So this is in the Gallery Bloom. So there's two bundles in this suite. You get the Gallery Blooms and the beautiful motifs bundles. So there's 2 bundles, and I'll be using the Gallery Blooms today. I did put both up, but sometimes I think, oh. So this is kind of an eyeball thing. I'll show you the card after. The 2 cards I've actually cased. So we're going to kind of try to create a square on this. So it's a bit of partial die cutting technique where we want to create somewhat of a square. My original card, I eyeballed it, so it's not like 100% square, but it's squarish. And it's okay. It does the job, and no one's going to measure and worry about it. Hi, Marnie. Good to see you. John was driving, Lucia. Yeah, that's good. Did you have a snooze? I fall asleep when someone else is driving a long distance. So what you do want to happen is when you do this partial die cutting technique, you don't want this to cut right through, because then you'll have like a little door, and you don't want that. You only want it to go halfway, and then we'll flip it and do the other side. So you do your matting, put your second, I should do it this way, it's a bit easier. Your second, what do you call them, plates, only partially. I better get this up, then it's easier to set it up. Yeah. Yours was productive. Barney, I did have a good weekend. Yesterday, well, today we had mystery stamping with the Stamping Lounge, and yesterday we had mystery stamping. So that's a shortish event, but so it's like 1 and a bit hours, maybe just over 1 hour. But with today was the retreat, so it was a bit longer. It's getting stuck to what I don't want to get stuck to. All right, stick it, and I'm gonna run it partial. Probably should have done it. I'm trying to work it out, which my head is a bit tired. Okay, let's do this. Okay, Michelle, think. Okay, we'll do it like this. Let's see whether it goes through like this, okay? If not, we have more hard stuff. I did it before. My brain is not in gear today. Oh, well, it was in gear for a while, and then it's just gone to sleep now. But I thought, no, I'll do it now, and then otherwise I will never get it done. All right, so what I did was I didn't run it right through, and then this one die cuts like 2, so you're gonna get 2. So we've got a partial there, and it kind of clicks into place when you do the other half. You will realize as we do it. So now we have to do the other half. You're probably better off doing this, and then so it might not be exact half, like exact like a square, but don't worry. That's the joy of just eyeballing. I'm going to try out a new product. I did try out a new product I just got, and it's so good. I think I'm going to be using it on everything. I love it. Okay, let's try this. So this is pecan pie I'm using, and I have a product list there. Okay, so you could, if you don't want to do all this like half and half thing, you can also cut out. It's got a bit funny, but it's okay. It's got a bit, the inside one goes weird, but so if you didn't want to do all that, you could just cut this, say cut one rectangle. Look at that. Yeah. Mani, I'm just reading your comment. You were doing school stuff. Oh, you're all good. You had a rough week. You had the dentist, and now you've had a car accident. I'm glad you're okay. So your car, I'm guessing, is not good. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet, Marnie. Yeah, we've got, I'm going with Mossy Meadow, kind of following the colors of the suite. And we've got a Mossy Meadow matte layer. So this is, because this is part of my card creation series. So the matte layer is 9.5 by 13.8. This will be a tutorial that is available in a haul as part of the 4. And you can get the card kit by itself, or you can get it free with an order of $100 during June. So what I've got is, I'm not to worry too much about this because I can cover it up. So, there's always a way. I didn't cut my DSP yet because I wanted to see what this ends up being. And I will bring in my ruler and I'm just going to cut. And you can pick whatever DSP you want. Let's see how, it's still a bit off, but it's okay. So if I cut a 9.2 by 9.2, roughly, we can always cut it down. It'll be okay. Last week too, I did a little bit of a, what do you call, some DSP behind the leaves. It's nice. Okay, so we're just gonna put that. That works right. Right. That's a nice DSP. I actually used that DSP today in the retreat too. So I was actually trying to find some more, and I'm thinking I've run out of that. I'm on my last couple of sheets. I had heaps, and I'll tell you why. Because this sheet, although it's so nice, there's not a lot I can do with it for a card. Wrong way, Rochelle. This way. So I will, you put glue on the right side, okay? Not what I just did. And I'll just put it on, leave it upside down so it doesn't stick on. That's all right. This way, one side was a touch longer. Right, so I'm gonna leave it like that so I don't mess it up. And have it stick on something it shouldn't stick on. All right, now bring some white cardstock and we're going to stamp our image, which is this floral image, and a rogue dimensional, always rogue dimensional. I'm going to stamp in early espresso, just to turn it in. And I remember, Anita probably recognizes which card I'm casing, partially, because she did a card like this. Not like this, but she cased the one of the ones I'm casing. Yeah, it's nice. And I just cased that from the catalog, Marnie. I saw it as a square, and I'm just casing some things from the catalog. I've just taken a few elements from different cards. So I've got Peach Pie and Timid Tiger to color my flowers. And I've also got Crumb Cake for the center. This is the first time I was using this particular flower. I hadn't used it. So I'm using dark Timid Tiger. And I always go in that, like, where the stamping is, like in a flower, so it's right on that join, because the flower would like go outwards from the center. Now this is light Timid Tiger. as looking at the color, I wouldn't have thought that Timmy Tiger would be the darker of the two. It's hard, like when you first see it, and it is. So I'm going with light peach pie, and I'll just fill in and give it a good blend. A trick with blends is to blend that. It's different color, so you need to give it a nice blend. I go over the merge where it sort of joins. And then I will bring in the dark peach pie just a little bit in here. So it fills in that division a bit, and it'll match up. Okay. All right. So I'll let that settle. Now I'll work on the next flower. So we've got dark Timid Tiger. Maybe you're coloring with me. You could try this in another set of colors. Same design, change the colors. You want to do a whole set. Light Timid Tiger. Anyone doing anything tomorrow, or is it just catch-up day for stuff? And I want to tell you about the retreat, and not the retreat, it is a virtual album retreat. So we're going to be doing something special, so keep an eye out, but that is open for registration. So registration basically is purchase of the kit, so you don't have to register per se for that event. When you purchase the kit for the virtual album retreat, it's a 3-day event, so you're getting 3 days of full days of instruction. It's $435. You get everything supplied for that event, and you create 12 double pages, so scrapbook pages. So if you have never given scrapbooking a try, it's a great way to try it because it's got everything cut for you. You don't have to do anything. It's gonna come ready to go. You get 4 stamp sets, and then it's exclusive to this event, so worth a try. And it's while supplies last too. So that's my dark crumb cake. I went, ooh, that's a bit dark. I did not want dark, but you should see my desk. I have basically just cleared space just for now. I'm going to use ivory to balance that out. I wanted a light crumb cake, but I have to because after the retreat I haven't cleared it properly. It's a jolly mess. Okay, so we've done our flower, and then we're going to color the leaves in Old Olive, and I've got a dark Mossy Meadow. I need to replace, and I probably told you this, I don't know what happened to my light Mossy Meadow. It's been gone like probably over a year, I just haven't replaced it. Probably because it's one of those colors I don't use a lot, but I think I need to, because I reckon I might use it more if I had that light one. Because I'm finding I'm using it a bit more than I used to. I just replaced my daffodil light because it was very sad. Okay, now I'm bringing in the dark mossy meadow. You could use your light. I'm going along the outline basically of what was already there with the stamping. So it creates that shadow effect right in the corner. You went up with a car full on Friday. You took food as well, didn't you, Lucia? That's nuts. What did you cook there? It had a bit of a green mark there because I just slipped my sorry, I'm just stretching so I can try and do it's not too noticeable. That is a bit of old olive or something went there, and I'll fix it in a sec. I'll leave it to dry and then I'll go over it. Because if I do the color over it now, it'll be light. Next, I have some scraps of old olive. We're going to do some die cutting. Do all our die cutting. Got some leaves. So we'll die cut these leaves from old olive. And I will die cut these, oops, turn my white cardstock around. These ones in white. Okay, so we have a die for the flower. Oh, that was helpful, Lucia, that they clicated. That would have been another whole lot of things you would have had to take. It's a trick, isn't it? I'm just making sure all this, like the main stickiness is gone off my washi. I don't want to rip my coloring. Now, if you find that it does stick sometimes, just apply your heat gun from the back and it'll release the stickiness. I might as well just die cut my leaves from here while I'm at it. And do it in one move. Sorry, I'm a bit close, but I don't want to move it further. I can move it a little bit further. And we'll do the old olive at the same time. I'm not too fussed how these line up. We can just go for it. I love this set because it's got some lovely little leaves that you can use for fill-ins and things like that. So lots of extra bits and pieces which work not only with this set, it's great for augmenting other sets. Manny, are you asking me what the weather is like in Tassie or Leanne? I am in Melbourne. I love Tassie though. That's my favorite. It's very pretty, this. Just a nice arrangement, if you know what I mean. Like a cut a couple more. Have more better. Just nicer. Yes, Anita, I think it's just a nice looking flower and a nice size too. Okay, we'll just continue. So I was talking about this. It's the metallic. It's called the metallic textures rub-ons. Thanks, Lucia. Thanks for checking for me. I appreciate that. So I'm going to show you how to use them. They're super easy. I was showing you what these are. They're amazing. So you get a gold lot and silver as well. So they come in silver too. They're pretty. They're very Christmassy, aren't they? So let's use some of the gold. I'm going to use it. So I will include something in your kit if when you order something to make it pretty, your little your frame. Okay, so I'm going to try this little, maybe this one. Let's do quite a bit of that. So I'm going to cut that. And how it works is, and if I need more, I can cut a little more. So it's got a, they are amazing, Christine. I love them. I just got them. I had eyed them, but of course, I was stretching what I got. So it's got a little backing. So use your take your pick tool or your scissors. So it's like that. I'm going to work out which way I'm going to place my um, frame. So I ideally want this here so that I can cover up my little mess up there. And I'm going to place the gold on here. So wherever you want it, you're going to place it, right? And then you just use your finger and rub it on. You can see they are so fun. Just give it a good press. Only rub what you want. I'm going to rub it a bit more. I use a bit more pressure than I don't want it to go on there. I don't have to. You can kind of see it going off into the cardstock and it will lift off. Okay. Oops, I of course touched that. That's okay. I can cut another bit out. So preferably like a smaller piece. I should have probably cut a little bit, but that's how it works. So now I will use these little bits here. Oh God, I can use that there. It's fun. Show you already. You've got to experiment with things, right? You won't know until you try. How cute is that? So let's do another little bit. You can cut them in little pieces so that it fits the corner. So if I wanted to maybe do that bit, I'll just do that. So we have that section. There we go. Oh, thank the Lord that came back. Goodness, I was just worried. It's right. So we can. I might add some little dots, maybe further in here. Very much fun. You're gonna love these if you get them. Right? That's just sticking because I've got glue. But see how cool are they? So good. So that's how those work. Now I am going to get my embossing folder and emboss that. I'm going to use this one here. This is a nice neutral, simple one, Forever Plaid. And okay, so we're going to add some blending on that with it mossy meadow, just a touch. I know that's a little bit crooked, but it's okay. We can, not manageable. I'm gonna go with it. We could even put it on an angle, and I'll show you what I do. In cases like this where it's slightly off, I will add that on an angle. It'll be different to my original, but that's okay. So I'm going to glue this on, but I'm going to glue it like that. Then for the eye, it tricks the eye that is crooked. Now we will add some dimensionals. What I'm going to do though is, on my original, I did not do this, but I think it is better to add some kind of scrap behind this, just a small piece, because it's DSP. And before you add your dimensionals, I think it needs a touch of something there to solidify it. I'm just adding kind of just a piece of cardstock to support it. It will help hold it together. Because I felt that it was a bit flimsy in the center when you add your dimensionals. Right, so that feels a lot better. Let's bring in some dimensionals. You love the rubber ones. Have you got them, Lucia? They're so fun. Like I wasn't sure whether it was like the ones we used to have, which was I think a little bit different maybe. But I do like them. I mean, how nice is this wreath? Christmas. It just adds a nice, it's a sophisticated way of adding some glimmer or gold or silver or whatever. Hey, Kale, thanks for joining. Thanks for I'm glad it's better. Oh my goodness. Tell you what, now I'm going to make this straight. It's just then the person looking at it's gonna go, we not not gonna know what's meant to be crooked and what's straight or if what. Yeah, you'll love them. I know. It's just it's kind of you want to add it to everything. So I'm going to push this that there, just tucking it in a bit. So on this here, and I'll start adding my excuse me, my leaves. I meant, oh no, I missed the whole step. Don't worry about me. That comes off easy. I'm going to add my ribbon. Now, this was from the catalog. I cased it kind a little bit, and I'll show you. So I was inspired by the catalog. And I did some casing the catalog. So here we are. So on the angle, you can do things like this. Don't worry. I'm going to stick that. And I'm going to add this ribbon and twist it. And it just creates a nice effect. This is from the same project. So I'm kind of just twisting it lightly. Right. Then I will take my double-sided tape or glue dot. Right. This is a fairly loose twist. You do this before you add dimensionals, not like what I've done. Right. So I kind of want it tucking in there. So, so add a glue dot in there. It's going to be like a create that little sort of like it's draped, like the draped look. Now we can put it on like we plan to. So for our leaves, if I'm going to cut apart these, some of them, and put some in its entirety. So I want to drape these, like intersperse it in between. We can cut these. Just go with it and just have fun with it. Adding those leaves wherever they look pretty. These are another nice leaf. Beautiful shape. And I'm just giving it a little bit of a curve. One might go there in its entirety there. We were throwing ribbon today, so in our retreat, so you've got bits and pieces everywhere. Okay, then I'm going to add one of these, and I'm going to trim them. If you can use them whole or trim them just in between. This is something I like to do, overlap the leaves. Then we can add some more here. Then I managed to cover up my little bent area, or I didn't cut it very well. So adjust your design if needed. No one will know. It's nice to have larger and smaller leaves when you're working with this. So don't forget the sale. You've got that till the 30th of June. And it's a, it's a good offer. Even if you didn't want the entire suite, you can buy a bundle from a suite and get 150% off. Might add one. It needs something here just to break that up. These are very fine, these ones, these little ones. These skinny little ones. wanted to, you could add these ones individually, but I am not going to do that. Um, Ideally, I would have liked another one of these, but we just will do this. Just add one more there. So cut apart, you guys, work with your project. And I'm going to show you how I interpreted the card. So for the sentiment, just simple, excuse me, I'm going with the just a note, only espresso on um, peach peach pie. Every time I say peach pie, I think I'm saying something wrong because I think I'm saying peekaboo peach, which was an old color, and feels like I'm saying something wrong. I'm going upside down here. So great for using your scraps. Do that. Mm, I'm gonna bring in my just the mini guillotine just to cut that down, and we'll add that with dimensionals. Just add little ones. I can find them the quickest. So that's what's going on. For the inside, we will add some DSP, and I'll also embellish the outside in a sec. Doesn't that little bit of gold just look really nice? You'll laugh at what just happened. I had my gold sequence in the drawer, and I kind of hadn't closed it properly, so some fell out. So I'll be hunting after this. Right, so let's add a bit of blending. This is just whatever was left on my blending brush. I'm going to add just a bit strip of the designer series paper, half centimeters aside. Or 2 centimeters, whatever you've got. And a strip of pecan pie. Now you can add some leaves if you wanted to die cut some extra. I didn't have extra. All right. And we'll stick that on the inside. All done. Now just let's do our little sequins. These are loose gold sequins. It comes in it. It's like the 3 sizes. Use your take your pick tool. It will make life much easier. So I'm going to add some glue just a dab of glue. I'm going to, yeah. I know my placement because I have done one earlier, but if you don't, just place them first, then work out where you want them. These will be pretty sparkly. I'll just add like in a triangle there, and I'll add some more. So then I'm adding some on this sort of area, then one there. If you leave it a little bit, I'm not leaving it, but if you leave it a little bit, the glue, it'll just become tacky. So then won't spread out too much, but it'll dry clear, so it's okay. The Take Your Pick tool has a putty end, they're just like sticky, so that's why that's too big. I want a smaller one. It's sticking to that, which makes it easy. Oh, that was good. It fell down right on the glue. That's handy. All right, and a little one up the top. And so that's our little card, just a note card. I will show you where I got my inspiration. You're on Facebook now. The card looks great. Thanks, Lucia. So this is the inspiration for my card. It's on page 53 of the catalog. You will find um, lots of, from 52 to 57, you will find a range of cards using this suite. I took that square inspiration from the catalog, and I also took sort of, it has that flower or the sprig there. So I added the flowers in a corner. So that was one thing. Then on this one, you can see the die cut flowers. And here, the technique that's involved is altering those leaves or splitting them up into individual or double. So you split your leaves so you get more. And here you can, I took my inspiration. When I look closer, that's actually leaves. But when I look from far, it's like ribbon woven through there. So that's where my ribbon idea came from. So that was my inspiration for my card. Now I'll quickly show you my products for this creativity now. So this is early release as demos we get to order if you went for this event. This is from the September to December mini catalog. Not that one. These are some dies, and this is the Peace on Earth bundle. Okay. There's an embossing folder, and I'll show you the designer series paper in a sec. Now there is a scrapbook range as well, and this was kind of the one that went with that. I just love that. It's got some ribbon, which is pretty. So you've got that ribbon. It's trying to see Misty Moonlight, and it's got beautiful silver edging on it. And I actually put my embellishments away, but I'll show you. I put it away in my embellishments section, otherwise I will be looking for them. Then where are they? And I put them somewhere. Yeah, here they are. So that's the embellishments. Actually, little flowers. Show you the designer series paper. So it's got glimmer. The camera somehow does not like it. It goes really funny. When you show glimmer, it has a moment. So that's glimmer. So this is the designer series paper. I'm just going to flip through. It's really pretty. I love the doves. And I'll show you the scrapbook workshop as well. Okay. So some beautiful sheets here, which you can get in September, or if you are a demo or you want to get a starter kit, you can get them in August. That's early release for demo. The scrapbook workshop kit, let me just quickly show you. Interest. So this is the kit, and comes with two-tone cardstock, and these are single-sided DSP or plain. This is beautiful. I just love this sheet. So that's different to what's in the regular. So that's a single-sided sheet. That's that one. So you get a few of the same, but I just actually like the scrapbook kit, and I just wanted to do my own stuff with it. That's another single-sided sheet we get in there, and this is some two-tone. It's a good way to get like a batch of products and a few things. So get your floral placement cards. If you don't want to use them, you don't have to. These are die cuts ready to go. So you've got all that. More die cuts, larger for your scrapbook style things. And this is a sticker sheet. Just running that through. So that is the suite of products, so which I just got this week. So I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a sneak peek. All right, everyone. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Those things are out of our hands sometimes when these things happen, but I'm thankful that you stayed to watch, and I appreciate your time spending your Sunday night with me. Have a lovely week ahead of you, and if you're having a long weekend tomorrow, enjoy the rest of the day. Thanks, everyone. I will see you Wednesday, 1 p.m. for my weekly midweek crafting session. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.